I was definitely in a place of seeing all of the things, being so low that I was like, there's something more to this picture that I'm not really getting. And to be in that awareness of knowing that I keep self-sabotaging, knowing now that I know why I'm upper limiting, why I'm self-sabotaging, and now I'm in this journey of getting out of that cycle. And not only getting out of that cycle, but maintaining that um, that that living, and not just conforming.
Random, but I got purpose. Things coming together so beautifully. One day it all makes sense. Just you wait and see. Take this journey with me. Purposely random. Purposely random. Purposely random. Purposely random.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl Angelaalise, and this is the podcast, Purposely Random, a podcast by Angelaalise. What's up? It's season 2. It's been a minute, but we're back again, ready and excited to give you this amazing content, bring you some more stuff. I hope you're ready, because I am. I'm a little nervous and excited about it. Um, but we're going to be having so much fun, getting into so many deep things. I've been learning so much about myself within this hiatus that I've been taking. The last time you guys saw me was in September. I uploaded in September, but I haven't filmed since August. So that was from like actually three, August, September, October, like 3 months ago. It's November now. The things that we're going to talk about on this video today are my findings. It's kind of like a catch up video because, like I said, it's been a minute, G. So, we're going to talk about that. We're going to get into some future plans, some future goals, and just what the content is going to look like. So, with all that said, I prepared so much for this video, but I forgot to prepare a theme song. So, let's just talk about the first thing that comes to my mind. Journey into the future, repainting what it looks like to me now. Now that I have some clarity, I can finally see who I'm supposed to be, who I'm supposed to be real, be you, do what you came here to do, be the light that you want to see. Ooh, be real, be you, do what you came here to do, be the light that you want to see. Ooh, subconscious. I like it. That might be a contender for the outro. I don't have a new outro. Might be Flames. That might be it. I don't know though. Um, but let's get into it. Let's get into it. So self-sabotage findings. Like I keep saying, like the last time I filmed was in August, and what was so crazy to me is just the clarity that I had found in that moment. I was really speaking to like things that I was experiencing and realizing about self sabotage and my journey with it, and me stopping myself from progressing. And I was speaking about things, and I'm going to get into it into a moment. I wrote some things down about it because I rewatched that video that I filmed, and I wanted to talk to you guys about that. But all when I tell you all the things I was revealing, there's this book that came on stage. Y'all, I don't know if y'all know this, but I really love me some Kev on stage. That chick Angel, Pat to hear, but mostly Kev on stage and that chick Angel. I watch their content a lot, and they, oh, and Melissa, his wife. Um, I was watching, and they talked about this book, The Big Leap. And what was crazy is I had just filmed a video about self-sabotage, and they brought up their episode of self-sabotage too, and they talked about this book, The Big Leap. And I was like, let me go on ahead and read this book. And I listened to it because I like to listen to audiobooks. It's something about people reading to me that feels so comfortable. I love it so much. So I listened to the audiobook, and when I tell you the stuff that I was discovering and learning and knowing about myself in that video, God said, listen, my child, I got something that I need you to hear. Watch. I know you're looking for me. I know you're looking for me. And if you seek me, you shall find me. And I sought him, and I saw him. I said, speak, Lord, speak to me. Like the color purple. So anyways, let's get into my self-sabotage findings. Recapping that last video from season 1, because now we're on season 2 YB, and let's talk about that. So I I spoke a lot about my lack of focus and self control, and I'm still finding something that That's something I'm finding that I'm still struggling with is staying focused. I've actually had to here in this month refocus. Well, at the tail end of October, having to refocus because I got off track with where I had intended to go with being more purposeful with my time and more intentional with my time. I got a little bit off track. But you got to have grace, you got to have self compassion. And I was able to find self compassion in that moment. I don't believe in myself. I don't deserve good things. I don't think that I should have an easy life. Um, when I rewatched that, that really stood out to me that I said that because it was so true. And thinking about this book, The Big Leap, which I definitely highly recommend to you all, it talks about the upper limit, upper limiting, and that's this limit that we subconsciously put on ourselves about our level of happiness that we can accept, right? So when you get to this point of I want to work out. I want to have a great body. And you start to do all these things and you're like, yeah, let me keep going. I'm going to be fit. And then you get to your weight, close to your weight goal. And then you're like, let me eat ice cream. Let me not work out today. It's because you don't feel that you deserve to get to that goal. You don't feel like you deserve deep down to have good things, to have what you want. And I find myself still in this constant battle and having to recenter. I love that idea about focus and getting goals is you got to be this you got to keep coming back because your mind will wander. You will get off course. You will start to lose track. Even your thoughts will start to lose track and become random, but you have to pull it back, pull it back, pull it back. So recentering yourself. Another thing that I said in that video is something inside of me keeps holding me back. um, it's time to think about me and not think of anyone else and navigate in that world. Take the risk, sis. Like it it it's so hard for me. Being so giving, being so loving, being a Christian woman, taught to sacrifice and do for others and be, I don't want to say be a savior, but be to somebody else and to love somebody else more than I love myself. But I'm not really caring for myself if I'm doing that out of spite, right? I'm not. So it's just rechanneling my energy and getting into back into that zone of like, how can I pour from an empty cup? That there ain't nothing there. Okay, I don't know what you want from me because I don't even have anything. um Talking about be real, be you, do what you came here to do, and be the light that you want to see. One thing I said is I am afraid of my lights, and I quoted Nelson Mandela from that movie Coach Carter, which in boy Samuel L. Jackson. Ha! I was gonna say Mr. Jackson if you're nasty, but I digress. That movie was great, by the way. Watch it. It's thebomb.com. But talking about we're afraid of our own light. Um, getting back to that upper limit, that happiness zone. Like I cannot be this happy. I cannot be this light. I cannot be this growth because I don't deserve it. I'm afraid of it. What happens when? Because if I do that, then people gonna come after me, and I'm not gonna be. It's not gonna be as good as I want, and I'm not good enough to be there. Like just being afraid of that light. What does it mean to be the light I talked about? To shine, to go forward, to become, to influence others. So that's kind of where I was. I was definitely in a place of seeing all of the things, being so low that I was like, there's something more to this picture that I'm not really getting. And to be in that awareness of knowing that I keep self-sabotaging, knowing now that I know why I'm upper limiting, why I'm self-sabotaging, and now I'm in this journey of getting out of that cycle. And not only getting out of that cycle, but maintaining that um, that that living and not just conforming, right? Okay, so now that I know, I have the terminology, right, of upper limiting and what I've been doing and what this cycle has been, and now I have the dedication and I have the mind to get out of that cycle. Now I want to talk about like kind of where I am since August, now in November, after turning 30, after going through a couple of hard friendship breakups, and which that's been tough. And that might be a story time on one of our bonus episodes, which there's going to be some segments coming up. And I might have to start charging y'all. I don't know. I'm trying to advance my my base and my income and things like that. But that might be a story time, and we'll get into that story maybe because I'm hoping to still be friends with the person, but you never know with the way life is. But with some hard friendship breakups, with just not seeing people in such a long time, it's just been such a crazy time. But on which I know you're like, girl, we all going through it. And I'm like, yeah, but I was talking about for me as a lot for me. Um, so anyway, so just going through like a little bit of a rough time with letting some things go from people, making some tough choices, some tough calls on my life, and setting boundaries, sticking to them, and living in my uncomfort zone and expanding my uncomfort zone, which has been a great pain. Like when you work out and you're like, oh, I'm sore, this sucks. Oh, I hate this so much. But it's like, but that's my progress. That's my reminder of my progress. And that's how I'm choosing to look at um, some of this most recent pain that I've been going through emotionally and physically because I have been working out too. I know you cannot tell. My cheeks are still big, but watch. Y'all gonna be like, Angela, where you go? You disappear before my eyes. And you're looking so good. Hollywood. Anyway, all right. So another thing that's been going on too is I have been suffering from concussion, post-concussion syndrome symptoms, which can occur whenever I'm learning something new, whenever I'm overstimulated, and what I think has been happening is there's been a lot of changes to my work as always. Um, where I've been taking more calls and I've been asked to write notes and do all this stuff while I'm on the phone call, and my brain is like, no, you ain't, but you ain't, okay, no, I'm gonna hurt you, and my brain's been hurting me, and it's been a whole thing. Um, I have had two concussions on this side of my head because once you have one, it's easier to get multiple. And the first one that I had was from a train, which I'm sure you guys know from looking at the pod. Um, and then I got tackled by my ex fiance. That's a whole thing. Maybe one day I'll tell the story. Maybe one day I won't. Maybe it'll be a story time. which I have another name for them, but I don't want to get all into the different names of my different segments of the bonus episodes. But that's gonna be a whole thing. Um, but it's been hurting me, man. It's like, ouch, I heard sensitive to light. Also, you're gonna be having a brain haze. So that's been second. I'm working on getting some FMLA paperwork from my doctor, sent to my HR department, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But really, guys, that's enough of a catch up. I've just been talking about what's been going on. Not that interesting, by the way. But let's get into some recent other things like season 2 of Purposely Random. Season 2 of Purposely Random. What you can expect. This is just a sneak peek of what you can expect. I just want to talk to you guys about some upcoming segments for the bonus episodes. So, power to the people. That's going to be political. We're going to be talking about current events. Um, we're going to be talking about this other segment called The Real Juice, where I get down into my personal life, visions of love, where I talk about love stuff. Pop culture and trending topics is going to be called Get Down with the Get Down. And then other segments is These People on the Internet. Sometimes I have exchanges with these people on the internet, and I just want to share it with y'all because I feel like these people on the internet, these people on the internet are about to drive me crazy. Yeah, they're about to drive me crazy. Sucks to be them. Just kidding. Okay, so really, just to wrap up all of that, because this is just like a kind of a catch up, and I think I'm just gonna put this out without really making it an official episode one. Um, but I I'm on a journey. I'm on a journey, and I'm hoping that you guys will go with me. I'm going to be focusing a lot more content around this subject of self sabotage, overcoming that, living in your zone of genius, which is something else the book talks about. Which I'm going to do a book review of the Big Leap and the Joys of Genius, which is by Gay Hendricks. Such an amazing book. I've also listened to a book called Untamed. There's the current book that I'm listening to, which is called the Power of Vulnerability. So many things that I have helped me, and I want to share with you all. So let's talk about this next segment, which I'm going to start doing because I want to help myself be real, be me, and do what I can to do. And I got this book. It's called 3,000. You can't. It's backwards, maybe. 3,000 questions about me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pick one of the questions randomly and just answer it. And truthfully, honestly, without editing, and see how it goes. Okay, so this is question 1142. It says, are you more of a leader or a follower? I'm a leader. Like, ain't no question about it. I'm a leader, but any great leader is a great follower. So I definitely am uh I think of not I don't want to say I'm definitely a Christ-like leader where it comes to being an awesome leader, knowing my weaknesses, knowing my strengths, and then looking at my team and seeing where I may lack, where we might help each other. I really believe in the team and what's good for the whole. So yeah, I'm a leader. I was gonna go into a whole deeper thing, but there's really nothing else to say. All right, cool. So this is an exciting challenge that talking about the big leap, talking about the upper limiting, um, talking about before when I said I feel like I don't deserve this, I don't deserve that. I'm challenging you to a contest challenge. I'm challenging you to a challenge. I don't know. It's called the I Deserve Challenge. And this is just a list of things that I'm going to tell myself every single day. Um, so that way I can remind myself that I do deserve these things. Words of affirmation is my language of love, and I'm going to love on me a lot harder. So I'm going to give you one today, and that one's going to be I deserve to create something every day. What does that mean? So I want to be able to express myself. I want to be able to live wholeheartedly in my vulnerability and create authentic, I don't know. I'm not going to say that. To be able to create honesty in my life and write things and sing things and think of things that creating thought is a big thing too. But you have to also express that thought. So that's what I'm going to do. So I want you to give me in the comments below, give me 2 things on your list that you say you deserve. So that way we can hold each other accountable. You feel me? All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. You feel me? Cool. So that's the challenge. And we've already talked about some upcoming changes. Some oh no, I never talked about what I want to do for the channel. Some things that I'm hoping to do are video diaries, some behind the scenes where I talk to you guys about why I came up with the topic and why I wanted to talk about it. Um, my other goals and dreams are just to be a bigger content creator and just to be someone that is a light and using my gifts, meaning, doing blogs and writing some things out for you guys and um, really being a mentor. If you guys ever want to be a mentor or accountability partners, let's do it. I'm not above approach or correction, so definitely let's do that. Some upcoming topics are going to be narratives we create revisited, what and why, so intentions and motivations, the I Deserve challenge in more detail. I am, which I've been watching Love. I watched Lovecraft Country, and if you are an LCC fan like me, let's talk about it. Hit me up, and we'll talk more about that. I'm going to be starting to do book reviews and content reviews, and it's just going to be a good time here on the channel. So I hope that you like it. I hope that you know that I love you so much. You mean the world to me. I know that people in this day and age are afraid to hit a like button, are afraid to hit a comment. I don't know why. It's free. All it does is help me become more discoverable and grows my channel. But I understand maybe you're ashamed and you're not ready to live in your truth. That's okay. Keep watching, keep giving me the views, and one day I hope that you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and so we can keep on doing what we came here to do. Just because election is almost over as I'm filming this video does not mean that things stop. We still have to fight for our rights, not only to party, but to live, okay? We didn't flip the Senate. They the one blocking all the bill, man. So I'm going to keep advocating and holding myself accountable and staying informed. And as always, speaking of that, be real, be you, do what you came here to do, and be the light that you want to see. Peace.
Things coming together so beautiful.